Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is super exciting. I have another bag tour. So if you are new here, my name's Katherine. My channel is KW Shops. I work in the resale industry, and part of what I do on my channel are tours of some amazing designer handbags. Today we have the Balenciaga Neo City bag in the size small. Just as a quick reminder, these are not bags that I own or are personally in my collection. They are ones that I get access to, that I get to show all of these specific details to you guys here on YouTube. So these aren't ones that I've used, but I do work in the industry. I do work with handbags every single day of my life. So I'm able to make a pretty educated assertions about certain things and their usability and functionality. Today we have the Balenciaga Neo City bag in the size small. This is gorgeous. It's in a really dark, beautiful green color that's actually really neutral, and it pairs well with a lot of different wardrobes and color palettes. So this bag was furnished to me by Consign of the Times. They're a local consignment boutique here in Miami. I will leave a link to this bag down below in the description box. I don't know when you are watching this out there in the future, so I can't guarantee that this specific one will be available. It will be linked down below, as well as a couple of others. This is a current bag, so I will have the retailers listed down below. So be sure to check out the website for Consign of the Times as well. And if you go to the Instagram, you might get a little surprise when you're there. Wink. So once again, this is the Balenciaga Neo City bag in the size small. So you probably know the classic Balenciaga City bag is a mainstay that has been in production from Balenciaga for close to 20 years at this point. This Neo City line is an updated version of that. So currently this bag retails anywhere from $2,490 to $2,600 depending on the color and it seems like what website it comes from. I did a video on the best bags under $2,500, and this definitely was on my list. I think this is a great, a lot of bag for under the $3,000 range. You guys know, and here in 2022, it is really difficult to source actual like bag-sized bag, as I like to call it, for under $3,000. Overall, for the price, I think this is definitely a great bag. And obviously, if you want to look to the pre-love market, you can find even better deals on these. What's different about the Neo City versus the classic is that it's a lot more structured, a lot more rigid, and it's going to stand up a bit more. If you've been a long-time subscriber of my channel, then you may remember that I used to have a motorcycle style Balenciaga bag many years ago that I ended up selling because I love structure. The classic style bags in the goatskin or chèvre leather, they don't really hold their structure, and they don't really have a good capability for holding the items actually inside of it. This updated version of the bag has a different sort of leather that stands up a bit better. It may be prone to a little tiny bit more scratching, and it isn't supposed to like evoke as much like distressing as some of the classic ones. I do have it today in the size small. This is my personal favorite size. I'm gonna have the measurements listed right here below on screen. It measures about 6 inches in depth, which means you're going to have a really large and roomy interior capacity. So it has 2 top handles on front and back that are going to sit really nicely and comfortably on the crook of your arm. The strap drop for these 2 top handles measures about 4.5 inches, which is very generous. One thing that I really like about it as well is that when it's not in use, it has the capability to flip down just like that and kind of move out of your way when you're not using it. So right here diagonally, there's a place for the adjustable detachable crossbody strap. It just clips onto these D-rings right here. So there are 8 adjustments on either side of the detachable shoulder strap. It's going to have a really big variance in how long it's able to go on you. I would definitely recommend that if this is a bag that you intend to add to your collection, I would kind of like stick to one adjustment instead of adjusting it based on your needs for the day, just because the leather is so rigid. So some of the notable features about this bag, especially in relation to the classic style, it still has the leather tassel detail here on the zippers. It has the studding and the buckle detail here on the bottom corners. Definitely signature to the brand, but what it looks like they have done away with in this current iteration is the mirror. Balenciaga bags, for as long as I've known them, have come with mirrors, and this one does not come with one. I found that in any bag that I've had that comes with a mirror, I never actually end up using it. I think that, you know, we can kind of do without one. I have my own mirrors that I like to keep in bags, and the mirror isn't exactly missed and in my opinion. So for the interior of the bag, you're just gonna have a giant, large, open cavity. It's lined with leather and it's gonna have one pocket on the front interior of the bag. It is like a little slip pocket. It's very, very narrow. It will fit a phone, but it's a little bit of a struggle to get the phone out. So it's not necessarily something that I would view myself as using. It's very narrow, so the phone is a bit of a tight squeeze, but it does fit in there in a pinch. And now here is everything that you can fit inside of this bag. It's very, very roomy. You can see that it also fits an iPad, but it doesn't look like so huge of a bag. One note about the iPad is that you can see the zipper is a little bit lower than the top of the bag. When it comes time to put the iPad inside, it's going to go like right here, like behind the zipper, as opposed to like right in the middle. So you kind of have to keep it in the back or the front of the bag. Sitting in this chair, we have a huge fan of the Balenciaga Neo City in the size small. This is very much a Katherine bag. This is definitely one that I'm considering adding to my own collection. I think the price is excellent. I think the size is great. It's a really good everyday size for someone like me who doesn't necessarily carry small bags, and it's very functional. This style of bag, I think, lends itself to being a bit more like casual and more daytime and everyday. I think the wear and usability on it is going to be amazing. I love that it is a lot more structured. I would say handle the leather with care. I wouldn't necessarily say it's prone to scratches, but it definitely can scratch if it's not looked after exceedingly well. I think that over time it's going to get a nice patina to it. I would also say that perhaps a custom felt organizer would work really well inside of this bag, just to make sure that structure gets maintained when you load it up with some of your things that are on the heavier side. So I think it definitely lends itself to being more on the casual daytime side, but I think that this design is a really sleek and polished way to accommodate that. And there's a variety of different ways you could style it. I could see this bag coming from the gym, going to the grocery store, or like, you know, performing whatever your everyday tasks are while still being polished enough to carry in a work or more professional setting. One thing that's great about a lot of the Balenciaga bags is that they're pretty nondescript, and it's one of those, if you know, you know. So if this is a bag that has been on your radar, I definitely say go for it. I think it's great for the price, size, style, functionality, and versatility. I think it would also be really good for travel. This is a current bag, so I will link places to get them new from the retailers, as well as some pre-loved options. So once again, this one came from Consign of the Times. Be sure to check them out, linked down below in the description box. And also be sure to follow their Instagram if you don't already. So thanks so much to Consign of the Times for lending me this bag to review. If you have any thoughts, or if this is a bag that has been on your radar, what do you think now that you've seen a little bit more about this bag in depth? Personally, I think you can gather it. I'm a fan, but I'd love to know what your thoughts are on the updated style of the City bag. That is all I have for you for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more bag tours, comment those down below, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!